You go to his party, and then he bring entertainment there. Whatever you want, he got smorgasbord of everything that people want, whatever they into. And he made sure that people came there, and he knowingly know they had packages. And he invited them to those parties anyway. Any one of his guests could have, liked that person and mingled.
Okay, that's Miss Lowdown. Okay, hold on. Wait, let me see. Hi, my little cutie patootie. Okay, I had to go pay my water bill. Okay. Oh, and oh, I wanted to do a summary, okay, or a recap, whatever you want to call it, of this week, okay, with the Diddy trial, okay, what's going on with Donald Trump, okay. But first of all, I want to start off with this cold. It was a cold case. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my videos about the burnt body that was found in the blue Honda Civic the day after they found the body of the remains of, hey, Michael, who go away? You got, okay, it's a whole lot of them. Who, you got to be specific, okay? So, excuse me. So this was a day after they found Celeste Rivas' partial remains in the Tesla, okay? And they just now saying something else about it, okay? Trump, yeah. So we're going to get on him in a minute, okay? So I don't know where they get this reporting from, okay? See, this is a thing. When people don't want to go by rules, they don't want no rules, there's no standards, okay? So you get shitty stuff, okay? You see what I'm saying? And this reporting, okay? Nobody want to go by rules. There's rules to reporting, okay? There's rules to writing a report. Make sure your stuff is accurate. Make sure your spelling is correct, so forth, so on and so forth, okay? And when you don't do that, this is the kind of crap you get. Now, hear me out. They said that the body that was partially burned in the trunk of the blue Honda Civic belonged to the owner, Soledad Lopez. They have arrested, this was last month, September 15th, okay, she was arrested. Her name was Sandra Ramos Diaz, okay, who was 52 years old, was arrested. That is even true. Was arrested for the murder of Soledad. Soledad, who was 50 years old. Okay, stay with me here. Now, they're saying that the body that was discovered September 9th, okay, because Celeste was discovered September 8th. This girl, Soledad, was discovered in the tow yard down the street and around the corner, okay, on the 9th, okay, the next day, the very next day, okay. They're saying that they're not revealing the cause, but they said it was planned and what did they say? It was planned, it was precise, okay? Yeah. So I don't know what's going on behind that. Matter of fact, they got a warrant on two of the two properties. They didn't elaborate. They just said two properties. They raided two properties behind this situation here. Okay. Now here's the problem. They're saying that the body that was discovered on the 9th had been killed on September 9th, had been killed around September 7th. Okay? Okay. However, they have been reporting, ever since they've been reporting about this, that the car was impounded and brought to the yard on August 25th. So how could the remains be sitting there from August to September, but you have a time of death in September? What about August? Okay, so I wrote that in there, okay, because you can ask a question. And I said, well, how can the body be discovered, the time of death be on the 7th of September, but the car was towed there in August? This is what happens when you get shoddy. You don't have no rules, no standards, and nothing. You just out there just writing stuff, getting it all mixed up with this case and that case. See what I'm saying? Okay. Talking about order in the court. Anyway. So that's where we're at right now on this case. Okay. We're going to throw cards on all of them. Okay. Trump, apparently, Diddy has been sentenced. Okay. And they're getting that mixed up. He's sentenced to 4 years. Okay. To 50 months. He's got credit for time served, a year. That leaves him with 3 years and 2 months. Okay. But they're saying he's got to do 4 years and 2 months. Well, then that means he got 5 years and 2 months. Make it make sense. This is what I'm saying on this shoddy reporting. You got to have standards. You got to follow the rules. You got to spell the stuff right. You got to make sure your dates is right. And all this, the information is right. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay. Because if that's not the case, if you're not going to make sure that stuff is right, then ain't nobody going to be listening to you. That just and matter of fact, not only that, you're just wasting your time if you're not gonna do it right the first time. Damn, it ain't rocket science. Oh. Okay, folks, I'm ranting because I've been dealing with this, not just on this case, but I have been dealing, and I'm not the only one. You guys been dealing with this shoddy reporting And the dates not matching this date, that date. They getting the news wrong, even in the missing kids. Come on now. Okay. So now in Diddy, they said he didn't reached out to Trump. They already begging for what do they call it? It's not just a cover up, okay? It's just tackiness. No class, no standards, nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with the cover up because, okay, a lie don't care who tell it. Just tell it right. Say, okay, if you're going to sit up here and report, do it right. Spell it right. Do it right. Okay. Ooh, these folks, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. And did he a pardon? That's what it is. He's already begging for a pardon from Trump. Trump said absolutely not. Okay. Trump wasn't going to give Diddy a pardon anyway. He's not giving him a pardon for the simple fact that Diddy is bad news. Diddy got too much, he's a bad investment. And Trump is transactional. Diddy is a bad investment. Okay. What does he look like? Okay, giving a pardon to this people. Everybody know the business. Everybody know he ain't. Okay. This is all alleged for your entertainment purposes only. Okay. I wouldn't give him a pardon either. Okay. You got too much drama. You got too much baggage. You're a bad investment. You juju. Okay. Then we got Trump. Okay. And I had did some cards on him this week. Okay. Why he been missing. And somebody else been throwing cards on him. Okay. And I don't like to look at the other people, what they say before I throw cards. I'll watch it maybe a channel or two after I throw cards to see what cards they pull up. Okay. And it's pretty much been the same cards. Okay. However, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And believe you me, when he gets up in that prison, he is going to cross paths with his past. Okay. He's going to cross paths with his past, okay? And maybe some people he done mistreated and beat them out their money, whatever you want to call it, gave them an STD. He's going to cross paths with those people. Mm-hmm. That's how life works. See? That's how life works. The dirt comes out in the wash. Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that said, let's throw some cards. First, we're going to start with Soledad. Okay, that's the true crime. Where's my true crime deck? Here we go. We're going to throw some cards, on Soledad. Now, I want to know what was going on between her and this lady, her and Sandra, Soledad and Sandra, that Sandra planned to kill her and burn her up in the trunk of her own vehicle. What was going on? Okay. What is hey, love bug leaves. Hey now. Okay. So let's check that out. What was going on? Let me see with my cards. I'm trying to figure out what deck. I got so many decks now. And then I got the nerve to have some work coming. Is that an obsession? I like to order been ordering ever since I've been doing this. I just been ordering the cards, and I like it because this is my excuse or my reasoning behind doing this stuff. Okay, is because I like the different cards have different descriptions, different illustrations. Okay, on them, right? And I look for cards, tarot, or the oracle cards that I like that can help me, okay, and my intuition read the cards. See what I'm saying? Okay. However, okay, once I order those cards and I get those cards, okay, they look good, okay, online, but I got to make sure that you got to get them in your hands and make sure that they click with you. Okay, usually they do, but I'm just saying. Okay, so what can you tell us, okay, about Soledad Lopez? Soledad Lopez, who was burnt up in the blue Honda Civic, okay? She was burnt up in the blue Honda Civic, and now they have finally come back with some more information on the case, and they even have a suspect. The suspect, I believe, was arrested on the September 15th, and she was charged September 17th, 2 days later, with murder. Okay? That's how this is going. Now, they're not saying the cause or what they think is the cause, but they saying it is premeditated, it was planned. Okay? It was precise. She was the one she wanted to kill, okay? And she decided how she was going to do it, how she did it. They're not saying all the details, but we will find out. They gave us this much information, okay? And her family apparently traced the car back to the tow lot, okay? And they filed a missing person. So I believe that same day they filed the missing persons, they went to the tow yard. They tracked it. Okay. Right. So that means if the cause of death was somewhere around the 7th of September, okay, that means that that car could not have been towed there in August. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So that's like they killed her on August 25th. Oh, they towed the car on August 25th, killed her and burned her up, and snuck in the tow yard and threw the body in there. What do you want us to know behind this crime? Okay, now let me laugh. This is true crime here. Okay, true crime. What is the energy, or what was the energy between Sandra and Soledad, that Soledad was murdered? Sandra murdered Soledad, okay? What was the dynamics going on here? What do you want us to know? What do you want us to know about this homicide? And thank you for your answers. What do you know? What do you want us to know about the energy surrounding Soledad Lopez and Sandra Diaz? 50 years old and 52 years old. The bottom of the deck, okay, is the 5 of Swords. Okay, so there was a conflict. Okay, as a matter of fact, so it sounds like it says defeat. So it was like they had a fight and she lost. There was some conflict, okay, and somebody lost, ended up in the back. There we go, the devil. The devil's in the details, okay? That is beginning of the reading here is the devil. We have the Page of Wands. He's looking at his resources or planning, looking at his options, okay? And he moved fast. This right here is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So this right here is a sign of procrastination. No, that's the 7 of Pentacles. Excuse me. This right here is laziness. It's also a sign of debt. Ooh, somebody owed somebody, okay, and he came in quick. Somebody owed somebody. There we go. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. No, it's upright. So this has to deal with, I think, some money. Oh, this has to do with some money. We have a loss right here, and somebody got some money. Somebody came into some money quick, okay? There was some type of partnership going on that here we have the devil hanging over this partnership, this agreement, okay, this connection. The devil. So somebody was being shady. And it might have been Soledad. Okay, we got the strength card right here. Oh, I bet you this is Sandra right here. Looking at her options. Okay, she's the one that's got the strength card is right here. Uh-huh. And she's right here with the partnership. But the devil's over there. Maybe she was the shady one. Well, I guess so. She killed the lady. Okay, okay. We have the fool. So somebody lost some money. I don't know, out of recklessness, overspending, okay, or whatever. And it looks like here somebody got money. Okay? The wands are pointing to the money. It came in fast. We have the Page of Cups. Uh-huh. That's good news. Got a whole fish in there. And he looks fresh. Yep. It was all about the give and take. It was the give and take. And that's going over this money here. Generosity. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? That's King Money, but he's in reverse. So he's broke. Okay? Yeah. He's corrupted. So there was some betrayal. Heartbreak and betrayal. So I believe, well, this could go both ways. Here it is. Okay. Sandra could have betrayed Soledad, or Soledad betrayed Sandra. Okay. There was a conflict. Some conflict. Okay. Now, usually, the person that's dead is the one who betrayed. That's usually how it goes, unless they were overpowered. The Page of Pentacles, okay. We have the King of Wands, okay. So we have masculine energy here. And this is facing the page. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I said this could go both ways because this right here, okay, somebody's feeling trapped, okay, powerless, okay, somebody was silenced. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So there was some clarity. But there also, okay, there also could have been poor choices. Death. Death is in reverse. Okay. Death is in reverse, meaning there is no beginning. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Four of Swords, okay, in reverse. That's not too far from the Death card. Okay, that's like a confirmation. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. Yeah. There was definitely this is definitely behind money. Okay. There's a money issue here. And I'm just trying to figure out who the aggressor was. Okay, because the devil's right next to him. And the strength card right below him. Heartbreak and betrayal, and then death. Okay. True crime. Let's look at true crime. Can you clarify? Give us some clarification. Okay, that fact, that's what it looks like. Can you give us some clarification on this spread right here? And this is regarding the remains that were discovered in the Honda Civic. They were the remains of Soledad Lopez, and they have someone in jail by the name of Sandra Ramos Diaz as her killer. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know about this crime, this homicide? And thank you for your answers. What do you want us to know? Can you clarify this spread here? What is it telling us? And then on the bottom, okay, on the bottom was the Five of Swords. I'm getting the feeling that Sandra, the one who's charged with the murder, was the aggressor. She's surrounded, okay, yeah, with the devil on one side and lazy on the other side with the devil. So here we go. Have been bullying this lady. Um, I don't see. I don't see really where Soledad comes in right now. So hold on. Let's see what the cards are saying. Okay. Yep. Of course, it was the road. Yep. They took a ride. There's legal proceedings. Yep. Sure is. I wonder, could this man, okay, I just now, okay, it came to me in my mind, the end of the road. The end of the road, we have a male. And see, there's males coming up with the King of Pentacles and the King of, where was he? Oh, the King of Wands. Okay. King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Two men. There was a meeting. Okay. So that's planning. Celebrity. Okay. So I'm going to take celebrity as there was a meeting. It was planned. They had their eye on this person, Soledad. It's saying organized crime. And that's what I got before. Okay. It was a man-made disaster. That's true. We have serial killer. We keep coming up with serial killers. Somebody's going around killing folks. Okay. And I think it's being done in the form of I'm a hitman. Okay. Uh, the exterminator. The uh, um, what was that Charles Bronson movies? Those series that he played in, where he would get revenge on these killers. Okay, however you look at it, is somebody going around killing for whatever reason, hired assassin, whatever. Okay, but this is what they're doing over and over and over again. Okay, so that's why I'm getting the feeling that we're getting serial killer. Okay, so this something about the home and the beach water. There was a missing persons report filed. See that letter? Missing. There was a report filed. Something about a caregiver. Okay. Now, I don't know if somebody, one of these two, Sandra or Soledad, was caring for someone or someone was caring for them. Oh, now that's interesting. That can change the whole dynamics. Because one lady was 52, the other lady was 50. Okay, it doesn't matter really at that age. Okay, because that's like a middle age to me. That one could have been caring for the other. And the two guys, okay, that the two men that are involved in this may have been the ones to help get the body into the trunk. A couple of people, a couple, grandparent. Okay, there was a cover up, and that's what they think the fire was for. Okay, a fake death. Now there was another meaning I had for fake death. There we go with the fire. There we go with the fire. Right, going right over the cover up. Right over here with the cover up, and the fire was used to cover it up. I wonder were they trying to fake somebody's death to get the money. That just came to me. A wooded area. Maybe that's where they were killed, in the wooded area, and then brought back to the car. I don't know. Assassination. See, that's what I was telling you about the serial killer. Okay. Outer space. Dismemberment. I don't know if there was any dismemberment. They're not saying, they're not divulging all that information, but they did say, and see, here's the thing too, is they were talking about, that's what they were saying, that they couldn't identify whether it was male or female, or whether the person was black or white. Okay? So I'm going to keep up with this homicide. Something about dating, okay? And they have surveillance. So they was on camera doing something, okay? Spouse, partner. See, we got dating. Spouse, partner, okay? And I'm going to leave it there, okay? Because we got other people. But what I'm thinking is that the spouse / partner, okay, / more than one person involved in this, okay? They did raid 2 properties, okay? That I'm thinking that one of these men, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, okay, might have been the boyfriend, husband, or boyfriend of one of the women. It could have been both. You see what I'm saying? But, yeah. Maybe somebody got an inheritance, like one of them situation. I wonder, is it one of those situations along the line of the lottery winner? The lottery winner, somebody win the lottery, and then the other person, somebody kill them, okay, to get the lottery winners. But I don't think this is lottery. I think this is more of the lines of an inheritance. And I think that maybe Soledad was the one who came into an inheritance of some kind, some sort, because she's the ones that dead. Okay. I don't know, you guys. We're gonna stay tuned, okay, and see what it is. I like to see what hits I got. You know what I'm saying? What I hit on and what I didn't hit on. Okay, I missed, because a lot of times I may not catch what the cards may have hit on, something that I may not have caught it. Okay, so who's next on the docket? We have we're gonna wake it up on Diddy. Okay, we're gonna wake it up on Diddy. I wonder, should I do the Kipper on him? I'm gonna do the Kipper on Diddy. Okay, I'm gonna do the Kipper on Diddy. Now, I discovered some information about P. Diddy and his sister Keisha. Okay, I don't think that is his blood sister. Okay, they said that I had caught something in the article that said that the girl was adopted. The mama adopted. His mama adopted the little girl. Okay, apparently Diddy's father was killed back in the 70s. Okay, he was killed when Diddy was like 3 years old. Okay, Diddy, as a matter of fact, Diddy is 20 years older than his sister Keisha, and I believe he couldn't have been the father. The girl was born in 85 in the 80s. Okay, she was born in the 80s. The boy, Diddy's father, was killed in the 70s. Okay, so it doesn't take rocket science to see that that's not the baby daddy. Okay, even though she has the name, but okay, don't let me forget that Miss Janice, his mama, Sean's mom, had a brother, which would be Sean's uncle. Okay, he OD'd. He OD'd, and I think that may be his little girl. Allegedly, this is all alleged. Okay, I'm just putting two and two together, basically. Okay, but I think that's what that is. So anyway, let's get the Kipper, okay, on Diddy and see, what do you want us to know? The energy surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. He has been sentenced, okay, to 50 months, which equivalates to 4 years and 2 months. He's got a year of time served, so he has 3 months and 3 years and 2 months, okay, to complete. Now, you do know this is in the feds. This is on the Fed level. So he has to do 85% of that time, okay? If he doesn't do 85% of it, he has to do all of it. That's how it works with the feds, okay? Now, the thing about Diddy is he's going to the feds, okay? You don't usually hear too much drama around the prisoners in the feds, okay? You don't have too many lifers in the feds either, okay? He's going to be just fine, okay? However, I think going to the pen is the least of Diddy's worries. He's got to worry about any crimes and lawsuits coming at him from here on. See what I'm saying? Okay. I would think that would be the most of his worries, but this is all alleged. Okay. Let's see what the Kipper has to say. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. I'd appreciate it. I really would. What can you tell us about the energy now going on, swirling around on Sean Diddy Combs? Okay, now that he has been sentenced. He has been sentenced yesterday. Trump said he will not give him a pardon. Absolutely not. So what do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Sean Diddy Combs. I wonder, should we do his obstacles? Okay. Let's just do a spread. Okay. We have the coffin. Okay. We have the coffin. Despair. Poverty. Wow. Main male. Family room. Occupation. Child. Wealthy man. Expectation. Toil and labor. Oh, by the way, you know they get 12 cents to 40 cents an hour for work. Okay, I repeat that, 12 cents, not $12, but 12 cents to 40 cents an hour if they work. Community. Thoughts. There's a false person. There's a privileged lady. And there is high honor. Okay. Now let me look up high honor and see what they do so I can maybe get in number 25. Now high honor is supposed to be a positive card. Okay, so what we have going here is, first of all, we got the coffin, okay, and we have despair, okay, and I wonder, allegedly, this is all allegedly, and this is my intuition, okay, is that there may be a death in the family, okay, it could be a death or an illness. We have a main male, okay, involved here, and we have the family room. It's like where everybody's gathered, the inner circle. Okay. We have an occupation. Okay. This is all surrounding a wealthy man. Okay. Now, this is about Sean Diddy Combs, and I would think of him as the wealthy man for now. Okay. For now. I think the main male here just may be one of his sons. So occupation, and we have a child, okay, which can also be back down memory lane, okay, or it may could just signify a younger person, or a child, okay, could be a child, and this is in relation directly related to the wealthy man, okay, and there's some expectations here, okay, on work, working, okay. So maybe he's expecting to do some kind of work, okay, where he's at or where he's going. But there's some work involved here. But I'm getting the feeling, and we have a false person, okay. Now we have poverty and we have a false person that is over and under this person. So it may signify that this wealthy man, okay, he's facing poverty, okay, and I don't know. I mean, the thing about the false person is it could be anybody in his circle, out his circle, on top of his head, under his feet. He's got so many false people and so many conniving people surrounding him because of the things he did, okay, and the company he kept. He's always going to have false person. Okay. Hello, Diamond. How you doing? Hey now. Okay, so let me see what other cards I can get on here. Lovers. Distant horizons. A mature woman. A courtship. A mature man. And sudden wealth. The mature woman is always to me his mom. Okay. She's under the lovers. Okay. And the mature man, she's over the mature man. Okay. So this might signify, okay, the relationship between his mom, him and his mom. Okay. She's the mature woman. Okay. We have a mature man here. Okay. And she's over the mature man, like in a dominant way. So let's see about a clarifier. Okay. We're going to get it with the Truth Oracle. Okay. Can you give us some clarification, okay, on this read here about Sean Diddy Combs and the energy after he's been sentenced? He's been sentenced already. What is the energy now? Can you clarify? And thank you for your answers. What is the energy? Yeah, it's definitely a mystery, okay? It's illusion, confusing, okay? Somebody's single in isolation, feeling alone. There's going to be a change, a transformation, okay? Now, this is how it seems to be telling us how he's feeling. He doesn't know where he's going yet, so it's a mystery, okay? He won't know until he knows, okay? Right now, he's single, he's alone, he's isolated, okay? He is knows that there's going to be a transformation, that there's a change, okay? Because he's going to be shipped off somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, so we have photographs. Maybe he received photographs, okay, that he's looking at. Nostalgia, okay. We also have a snake. Ooh, there's a snake. My intuition is on point. There's a sixth sense. And he may be feeling a sixth sense about a snake. I don't know. But my intuition seems to be on point, okay? However, okay, I think that some of the energy surrounding P. Diddy okay, and take it as his woman, maybe his daughters. They're feeling a sense of freedom, a sense of independence. Because you got to remember, this man was controlling. There's a hidden truth. So there's still some secrets out there, you guys. Still some secrets. Okay. Oh, and he's tormented. He's tormented by the bondage. He's tormented by the depression. He's tormented, and okay, he's tormented by this whole situation. Even the feelings and regrets that he has, he's tormented by them. Okay, the law, the judge, the lawyer, and the police. Okay, I wonder. Okay, uh, he may know something, and maybe they have given him something. Okay, that has not come to fruition or to our knowledge yet, but he knows. Okay, yeah, and he's a clown. That's what P Diddy is. He's a clown putting on a just performance. Okay, and that's the talent that he was born with, putting on a performance, okay, to mask the real person. He's good at that. And he took a bite from the apple, okay? He took a bite from the apple. So there's some dreams out there that he has that are going to come true, okay? Maybe dreams of in love. Maybe he got some love. It's a miracle. I don't know. Okay, but word on the curb, word on the street, okay, circulation's gonna be circulating, okay, oh yeah, right now it's a roll of the dice, taking a chance, a risk. Maybe he's planning his breakout, okay. uh yeah, see the crown, I want to say crown royal. Oh, I want to say Crown Royal, but anyway, owner, master, top level, his crown has been taken. Okay, his crown has been taken, you guys. But now we have a forgotten person. There's a forgotten person. We forgot about somebody, or he forgot about somebody, an old friend from the past. Forgotten person. He's going to come across. I told you, in that he's going to come across somebody. Yeah, he forgot. He totally forgot about. Okay, but he'll be able to get plenty of rest. This is a pause. This is a pause. At the same time, it's a journey. Okay, new beginnings. Affirm new beginning. Okay, wide awake. A cleanliness. He wants to run away so bad. He wants to run away. He wants to get away, run away so bad. But we got divine intervention. Okay? We have some divine intervention, and this is your karma. This is your karma. Okay? An unspoken apology. Okay? An unspoken apology. He's sorry. He don't mean it, but hey. Okay? And here we go. This was the rose. Okay? And all he gave was thorns. That's all he gave out was thorns. Okay? So that's the clarity of this. We had a privileged lady, okay? And I think the privileged lady, who would be Cassie, okay? She had an expectation, and she's also surrounded by a false person. So I don't think she was all that honest anyway, okay, but that's who he's surrounding himself with, okay, so that doesn't give you the right to treat people the way you treated them, but I'm just saying, okay, so let's do a quick read on his obstacles, his best course of action, now that it's all been said and done, okay, and his outcome. And then we're going to go on. We're going to move on to Donald Trump. Okay. So, can you tell us now that Sean Combs has been sentenced? Okay. What are going to be his obstacles? Okay. His best course of action and his outcome. Now, okay. Here's the thing. I did a reading with the Kipper, okay, on him. It's posted up here, and I noticed he got that road pathways. I think it's called pathway, and that could mean a long road ahead of you, a long time ahead of you. Okay, I feel that that was a correct card. Okay, because even though he doesn't have that much time, okay, to somebody who's just going into the system, that's a long time. It looks like a long time. It's not, but it looks like a long time. Not to mention, you got the probation, the 5 years probation. Okay, so that is a long time. Okay, because probation is just like jail, only you're out in the free world. Okay, so you don't have that control system around you, and you cannot break any laws. You are in violation. You see what I'm saying? And you have to be like that for the next 5 years. Okay, and with that said, it also brings down a long road. So he's got a long time and a long road ahead of him. So that, I think that card came out about right. Yeah. So what do you want to tell us? Okay. What do you want us to know on the obstacles, the best course of action, and the outcome on Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, also known as P. Diddy? And thank you for your answers. Okay. So, cut the cards. We are going to start off with the 3 mystery cards. Okay. This is what he doesn't see coming. Let's put them over there out the way. This right here is his obstacles. His best course of action. And his outcome. Okay. The obstacle is a main male. Okay. The main male. Now, this came up before in his reading, just a reading before this. Okay. We had a main male. Okay. I don't know. I was taking it as it could be one of his sons. Okay. We have the house. Okay. These are obstacles. And we have a thief. So there's a thief in the camp / the house. Okay. Something will be taken. Okay. You can also look at the devil as a thief too. Okay. Because I was wondering, was there going to be some type of death in his family? Okay. So there's some thoughts. There's going to be a message. He's going to get some news. Okay. And we have distant horizons. Okay. Now, this could be drug use. Okay. And there may be some news coming. Now, the thing about the obstacles in getting a message, okay, main male or thief, okay, or thoughts, okay, they can present an obstacle as well. You're thinking too much on something, okay? In other words, you're worried about the wrong thing, okay? Somebody taking something, okay, that is significant could present itself as an obstacle. We have a main male, and even though this, I'd say, could be one of his sons, that could present an obstacle to Diddy, the house, okay? Oh, you know what? Oh, ooh. Now, I heard, okay, allegedly, that the items that were used in the crime he committed, prostitution, okay, are going to be forfeited. They're going to be taken. That's what brought to mind here. Okay, that's what brought to my mind in this spread here. Okay, that there's things that could be taken, okay? His house, his car, his plane, things that he used. This might be the news he gets, okay? To surrender. See, and the thing about being in jail is you get all your mail, your legal mail, whether you want it or not, it's coming, okay? And they know how to find you. See what I'm saying? Bill collectors, everybody know where you at, okay? So, yeah. Okay, so his best course of action is toil and labor, okay, and a mature man. Okay, and to me, is the mature man, to me, is Diddy. Your best course of action relies in yourself, okay, and to keep working, okay, so you don't have to focus on despair, okay, you don't have to focus on that, right? And in the meantime, okay, you may get you a lover, a homie love affair, okay. Maybe you can work on something that can be profitable, maybe an investment or something like that, okay? And you're dealing with your occupation. You know what I'm saying? So depending on your mindset, which is you, okay, is going to be your best course of action. That is going to be your best course, okay? Keep your head at work, okay? So take your mind off of things. You don't have to be in such despair, okay? Your occupation before you got there, maybe you can use that to create some more, some wealth, or there may be great fortune in another way. There may be great fortune in some good news coming through. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And like I said, lovers, a partnership, a friendship, okay, that's positive are your best course of action, okay? And your state of mind, okay? Your outcome, well, we have poverty, okay? We have a mature woman, which to me represents his mom, okay? We have a child. Now, I don't know what the outcome regarding a child, like I said, his son over here, okay, and your mom, I don't know what the outcome will be, but it will involve a child, a mature woman. You have some community, okay? Now, that may be some community work or some payback to the community, okay? That may have to do along those lines, okay? He is going on a journey. That's going to be your outcome. You are definitely going on a journey. So be safe in your travels, okay? At whatever jail you go to, okay? And there's going to be some concern, okay? surrounding all of this. All of this. There's going to be some concern surrounding this. Now we have the 3 mystery cards, okay? What Diddy doesn't see coming, okay? There's going to be a change. And that's, I noticed they have a car, okay? So there's going to be some travel. There's going to be a change in his location. Moving. He's moving, okay? And maybe where he's moving to, he doesn't see that coming, okay? Unexpected income, okay? Unexpected income. You know, okay. Now, on that unexpected income. Oh, you back? Okay, that unexpected income. Now, you know, they say, allegedly, okay, his mama got everything. Everything's his mama's name. She got the money. She got things. Okay. That could be his unexpected income. Oh. Okay. Now, I didn't mean to think that. I was thinking that the mama could give him some money, but it just popped in my mind, okay, if his mom passes. And that shot in my mind. Like it just took what I was thinking out. So, allegedly, this is all alleged. Woo! All alleged, entertainment purposes. But, okay, marriage. Maybe he's going to get married while he's in there, okay? He doesn't see that coming. He wasn't expecting it. He doesn't have to expect it. I got married. I wasn't expecting that, okay? And end up marrying somebody I never thought back in the day that I would be marrying, okay? I didn't know that that would be my future husband, okay? But it turned out that's the way it happened, okay? But so there may be some marriage. He doesn't see that. Unexpected income. He's not expecting that, okay? And there's going to be a change. So these are the things he doesn't see coming, okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But like I said, it's alleged, and that's just, I'm just like, wow, that almost, I'm surprised my forehead didn't come out the way that shot in my head. Okay, just like, boom. Oh my. Okay, so let's get the Kipper on Donald Trump, and let's looking at the energy surrounding Donald Trump. What can you tell us about Donald Trump and the energy surrounding Donald Trump? Okay, his health, his state of mind. Okay, what's going on with Donald Trump? Okay, I know we're on a government shutdown. We're on a government shutdown, and they said that he's pretty much been hiding. Okay, he's not been out there. For the government shutdown, okay? So 2 is everything's alleged, but I think that sometimes, okay, that they have to grab a few days, a moment of silence. They have to grab a moment of silence because I think that there may be some medical situations going on with Trump, okay? And yeah, that's when we get the silent treatment. Starting to see a pattern, okay? This is all alleged, but that's my intuition telling me, okay? When it's silent, that's the time you throw some cards on him, okay? It's when he start going silent. See, that energy ain't moving around and changing up, okay? So what can you tell us about Donald Trump? What's the energy surrounding Donald Trump? Okay. And thank you for your answers. What's the energy? We have marriage. We have a main female. We have there's some expectations. Okay, so maybe there's something going on with his marriage. Okay, and maybe somebody's expecting something. I don't know if he's expecting it from the main female or if the main female has some oh, we got the coffin. Oh my. Okay, there's a mature woman. Lovers. Bad health. Unexpected income. Journey. Great fortune. There's going to be a change. There's a mature man. I would say that would be Donald Trump. And there's bad health over Donald Trump. There's also this woman, this main female. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as Melania. Okay, Melania is expecting great fortune. Okay, from the death of Donald Trump, who is ill, allegedly. His children. Okay, his children are expecting a great fortune as well. Okay, there's going to be some official person. Maybe there's going to be an announcement, official announcement, or maybe this official person is bringing some official news. Okay, to the community or to the children. Okay, because he's kind of facing the children. There's going to be some high honor. Okay, and a privileged lady. A wealthy man. That's going to be one of his children. One of his children is going to be made a wealthy person behind his death. One of his boys, I believe. Okay. Occupation. Okay. So this is dealing with the job, the presidency. There we go. The White House. Okay. So let me let you down. Okay, we have a marriage here. Okay. And this is regarding the main female. And if this main female is Melania, okay, there's some expectations going on in the marriage, okay? Maybe around the death of someone, and we have a mature woman. I don't know who the mature woman could be. It could be his daughter. Okay? Could be his daughter. We have the lovers. Okay? And maybe that was the marriage, the agreement. Okay? An agreement they had around his bad health, a great fortune, unexpected fortune. Okay? There's going to be change. This is showing me that there's going to be changes. Okay, if this man dies, okay, allegedly, if something happens, okay, there's going to be money. There's going to be money, and this money is surrounding his children and his marriage. Okay, his children and his marriage. As a matter of fact, this son could be barren. I forgot about barren. This son could be barren. Okay, child, wealthy man, unexpected fortune. This man, okay, so this fortune may go to his son Baron. Okay? Yeah. And community. I see community is going to be involved, but it's let's see, this is over great fortune. Okay. So and then we have the community. Okay, so you know what I'm getting is not great fortune as in money, but maybe great fortune in the community. I hate to say this, but maybe the community is feeling really fortunate, okay, that this has happened. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. Yes. And the privileged lady, who could the privileged lady be? This is a young, okay, you know what? I don't know who the mature woman is because she's an older woman, but okay, it just came to me. The privileged lady and the wealthy man, let me show you. This is Donald Trump right here, and there's the child next to him, okay, right? He's in bad health, okay? This privileged lady could be his daughter. He's got two, so one of his daughters and one of his sons. Says child right here, okay? So I think that one of the daughters and one of the sons will get a chunk of his estate, okay? If there's anything there. Okay. Now, this is allegedly, and I'm not trying to wish any demise on anybody, but this is what the cards are showing me. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go in with a clarifier. This is some telepathy. Okay. I don't use these cards really, okay, but what the heck? What can you tell us about this? And with usually cards like this, I'm gonna just pull like maybe three cards. Well, at first, the three, but or only three. But can you clarify this spread here, okay, that we have on Donald Trump? What do you want us to know? Is there anything that you can tell us you want us to know? Okay, uh, telepathically on Donald Trump. And thank you for your answers. What do you want us to know? Eleven. 11. That's actually my son's birthday. One of my sons and my friend, that's her birthday too. They have the same birthday. Okay, it is an important number for twin flames. Okay, twin flames, that's lovers. Okay, people, a relationship, any relationship, it's an important number. Okay, because it symbolizes harmony and balance in soulmates. Okay, rekindling. Okay, every relationship has those magical moments that can be rekindled. Okay, love. Love can conquer everything. Time. Let time forget those scars. Okay, let time forget the scars. Reconciliation. Okay, so you got to learn to reconcile yourself. Regroup. And then we have the tree. Tell the tree what you really think. I wonder what that phrase means. I've seen that a couple times. What does that mean? Tell the tree what you really think. Let's get into some AI. Okay. Tell the tree what you really think. Meaning. Oh, okay. So here it is. It says, okay, this phrase, tell the tree what you really think, refers to expressing yourself, okay, unreserved and possibly negative feelings to something that cannot judge you. Tell it to the tree. It's not going to judge you, okay? Okay, so this is in contrast, okay, to saying, tell us what you really think, okay? However, okay, tell it to the tree so you won't be judged. Because if you tell it to us, we're gonna judge you. So now they say tell it to the tree so you can not be judged. Is basically what that meaning is. Okay. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm going to get me something to ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go get me a pizza and pick up my medication. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, I think, yeah, that's a wrap right there. Yeah. Okay. So, with that said, I thought this was a pretty good reads. Okay. Yes. The Kipper came through. My little oracle cards. That was a little nice, humbling, spiritual clarification. So with that said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Any comments or requests you have, leave them down below. But most of all, stay blessed. Bye.